All right, Laura, thanks for taking the time to be with me in this Zoom room today. For those of you who are watching, Laura Wipperman is a silver wellness advocate with doTERRA. And what I want to be able to do today with her is just hear a little bit more about like her doTERRA journey and what that's looked like for her and what's been meaningful. So I think we should probably go all the way back to the beginning. And Laura, would you be willing to share with everyone, how did you first hear about doTERRA?
Well, I first heard about doTERRA when a friend at school mentioned essential oils to me, and she invited me to a class. And really, I didn't know anything about essential oils, much less doTERRA, but I was looking for solutions, and I was really tired of over-the-counter medicines and over-the-counter vitamins and things that I just didn't really feel were good for my body, but I didn't know what I was looking for exactly.
Until you were there. What do you remember what you enrolled with, what you got started with? I remember.
Because you were there. I enrolled with the Family Physicians Kit,
Mhm.
and I bought it right that night. I remember it was like a January night. It was cold and blustery, and it was at your mom's house.
Mhm.
And Peggy Bennett invited me, and I was just enthralled. Like, you had me at hello, because it was exactly what I had been looking for. And I had some health goals, and I knew that doTERRA essential oils were going to help me with those health goals. And I really fell in love first, I think, with I loved lemon right away. I knew I needed to drink more water, and lemon in my water helped me drink more water. So that was a good way to meet one of my health goals. And I just loved frankincense, like out of the box.
Mhm.
So those are kind of my first loves, the gateway oils, if you will.
I'll never forget when your kit came and you called me into your office at work, and I came in and you had like priced it out, and you were like processing through like, was it really a good value or not? And I remember I had just started like into the venture of sharing oils, right? And kind of being like, uh uh but I have a really fun, I can like picture exactly all of those things, which makes me laugh.
Well, what I realized is I bought the Family Physicians Kit, and I would have had a lot more bang for my buck had I purchased the Home Essentials Kit.
Mhm.
And but nobody was really marketing that one at the time, and so people were selling physicians family physicians kits. That's what they were called then. It was like the very basic starter kit, and so that was what was suggested to me, and that's what I bought. And I realized, like, I would have gotten way more better value if I had bought the next kit up.
The every oil kit.
Oh yeah, that one.
Laura, did you start off like, at what point did you start thinking like, oh, how did sharing oils with other people come about for you?
It was a due to your mother. Melissa was just that rock solid person that just said, you really need to use the vitamins. Your oils are going to work so much better if you use the vitamins. And then she went from that to, you're just such a natural. You really should do this as a business. And I said, I'm already like sharing with people because you can't help it. Like, you love the oils, they start working for you and you see results right away. And so I'm sharing with people, but actually making the decision consciously to do it as a business, I think was your mom was just really integral in helping me make that decision.
Mm. Tell us how you feel like, what are the ways that you've been able to incorporate the oils into like what you do or your job or jobs as, the years have gone on? How have you been able to do that?
I am known by how I smell
Mm.
and how nice my office smells with my diffuser going, whether it was at my job at school as a teacher and then as a librarian, or whether it's at my semi-retirement part-time job now at church. But people come to me with their oily questions. And I'm just kind of a teacher by nature. I love to help people learn. And so it works really well for me. It's a good pairing with what I do and what I've done for my career. And what I do in doTERRA is I help people learn about their health goals and how they can meet them using essential oils, teach them how to use essential oils. And it really is kind of a natural thing for me. That's the part that I love the most about my business.
That makes sense. What are some of the ways that you've, Laura Whip, you've got your own passions, the things that you're super passionate about. What are ways that you feel like you've been able to weave those into what you do with doTERRA?
Well, when somebody has a question or a health goal, and I'm able to match them up with a product or an oil that helps meet that goal, and help them learn about how to use that product and why it works. It just really warms my heart that I am able to help someone else. And so the teacher in me loves to help others learn, but the relational person in me loves building new relationships and friendships with people, and then watching them have success. So I'm experiencing their successes, through their eyes and their experiences. And that's just really, really familiar. It's really fulfilling for me to do that.
Yeah, your passion for like teaching people and helping people. And I do think you're really good at walking alongside people like consistently. Yeah, work really well with what you're doing, I think.
Yeah, it gets me out of myself because I know who I am and what I am like and how I learn and how I want to operate. And I tend to be a planner, like too much so. And what I'm learning in this season of my life is that to meet people where they are and to walk alongside of them and not try to move them into a place that I think I can see them in that place, but that's a goal that isn't as fulfilling as it is to just walk alongside them and be an encouragement and a support to them. And then we just fall in love as friends along the way. And that's like truly fun for me. So
Um, what is it that you hope or that you want to create with doTERRA?
hmm, I really want to create a community. So again, it's that relational part of the business that I love. So a community of people that support and encourage one another. I love to be a resource in that community, and it all revolves around people's health goals and a desire for healthy solutions that are safe and natural and effective.
What do you feel like is your greatest doTERRA accomplishment? And this, you can answer this however you want. Like, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be. Anyway, what do you feel like is something that you're really proud of that you've accomplished?
It makes me feel really good when people give a testimony about something, a success that they've had with an oil. And I know that I've played a really small part in that. But it helped launch them along their journey and meet their goals for their health. But I would have to say doing this business with my daughter is probably just the bomb diggity, the best. Being able to do this business together with her, and she lives 2,500 miles away. And how else could you do business together? We're a lot of, but she's more creative and she's kinder and nicer. She's a better person than I am. And so I get to work with her and we get to be business partners, even though we don't live anywhere close to one another. It helps keep us close on a daily basis, and we can really feed off of one another. And so that's just really the biggest joy in my life, having to do with this business.
I love what is the biggest benefit that you feel like you've received from your doTERRA business? This could be personal or professional, but what's like the biggest benefit that you've received?
I would have to say there's two, and really because there's a personal one, but there's a professional one. So just on a personal level, I have less pain. I have more even emotions. I have better sleep. I have a healthier lifestyle. And so that is really doing this business and getting involved with doTERRA has really changed my life. But on a professional level, the biggest benefit have been the friends that I've made. My potential customers are just friends that I haven't met yet. You know, so I'm just really super blessed to know so many people, to have met so many people who are also doing the doTERRA business that I get to meet at convention, or being part of your team and Melissa's team, and even other teams. But also, you know, customers of mine have come to be some of my best friends. So that's a benefit.
If somebody were to, or if you were to have to answer this question to somebody like maybe brand new, like why is it a good time to start a doTERRA business like now?
There's this thing going on in the world, and a lot of people are getting sick, and other people are afraid to maybe go to a doctor's office or a hospital or whatever. And a lot of people are just home more. And so being able to have something in your bathroom, in the medicine cabinet, in your drawer in the kitchen, that you don't need to leave your house in order to find a solution to a health concern that you have at home, whether it's yourself, your children, your grandchildren, your spouse. This is the perfect time to start to get into essential oils. And doTERRA is a business that you can do from home. My doTERRA business has actually gotten better and more successful throughout this time of COVID, this season that we're in, because you can totally do this business from home. And you have made a huge success by doing that yourself. And so I feel really blessed that we can do this business, whether we're on vacation in another state. We can do it from home if we have to stay home. We can meet people when it's okay to meet people. And so I think it's really a good time, a very good time. But really, if you start to use essential oils, you can't help but share with others, because you will have successes and you will want other people to experience them too. And so that's one of the best reasons to get into the business side of it.
I like that. That is all very, I agree all across the board with all of that. Is there anything else that you feel like you would like to share with all of us?
Yeah, I'm on a mission to change the world, but we do it in a very small personal way. So I'm going to do it one drop and one person at a time. And the world is changing because of essential oils. When I started, how many years ago was that? 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
I think 6.
Not many people knew about essential oils. It has blown up. And there are hardly any people that don't know something, a little something about essential oils now. And so people love to ask questions. And I think when I think back 6 years ago or so, there weren't a lot of questions because people didn't know what they didn't know. And so this is a great forum because people have a lot of questions and people are searching for better healthcare. And so I just love that we're at the perfect time to do doTERRA as a business.
It's kind of crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Well, Laura, we appreciate you taking the time to share a little bit of your heart and the mission behind what you're doing and why you're doing it and what the journey has been like. So we appreciate that. And I just know you're going to kill it. You're going to do great things. So thank you, Laura.
Thank you, Amy.